Oh man, we're back. Surprise, surprise. I was actually quite enjoying my time just watching YouTube and eating dinner, but stream time has rolled around. Um, and thus we are here. Anything to share? Nothing. Nothing at all. Except more work on this. Hello, Giz. We're gonna try our best here to get a good chunk of this done, even this panel, which even though this is going to be a little more complex than normal, we got the base of it sort of figured out. YouTube gave me a headache today. And what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more? Yeah, we're close. Don't help me. You see this? Oh, that's right. Hello, Firewolf. I mean, I am awake. No need to dink donk me. Recent memory bias there. What am I looking for? The reference? For. I mean, I don't think I need this. No. Everything here should be self-contained. Okay, so don't need to look at the character sheets for these guys. They refuse to load any videos? Is that on YouTube side? Frick indeed. Wait. So the chain is this color? Oh man, it's been a while since I listened to this playlist. Cool, cool, cool. Probably. I fixed it, I think. That's good. Do I need to... Maybe I need to reload Clip Studio Paint. Give me a second. My brushes... I think my tablet's not connecting. Okay. And then you... It's in the sky. Here. Alright, and then this brush. There we go. Get rid of this. Alright, move this all the way up. Get a little bit of a guideline there. And the light is the right side. Sure. Among Us mentioned. Don't have to be too exact here. I just need to block this out. Mm-hmm. Give it a bunch. You can be dancing until your shipment arrives, Gizmo. Oh wait, is that even a thing? Well, I forgot what you mentioned about that. Ah, right. Yeah. Huh. The stage of aliens, Gizmo. Yeah, and that. Shipping is a pain, I agree. It's actually, well, it's not too bad if you order in bulk if you're buying something, but for just a one-time thing, that can be a killer. What are you two talking about? Gizmo ordering something, but shipping costs too much, I think, is the gist of it. Yeah. $40 buckaroonies, man. Bro, that's a fat meal. Or 2 meals. Or a really good game. Or a t-shirt from, you know, an overpriced t-shirt. I don't know. It's substantial. Wait, did I order something for Korea too a while ago? I think it probably shipped from China or whatever. Me getting like a hoodie from particular this particular band that's playing right now. I don't remember what the shipping was. It's probably $10 or $15 in addition to the merch cost. But the killer thing is Gizmo and Firewolf. Although the shipping wasn't too bad for this hoodie that I bought, it took ages for it to arrive. What, 2 months or something, or maybe more? At least it arrived, but Maybe I got like during Christmas or something. 40 something compared to what after paper shipment, believe me. Ouch. Took over 100 for each of your bosses. No! Firewolf, what are you doing? You fool! That that's a whole organ, man. Offering blood sacrifices at the postal office. I guess we don't have to use shadows for this necessarily, right? Yeah, not really. If we have lights to work with too. No, actually, for kudos in the 80s. Is Gizmo farther into the States? Probably. Wait, but so is Kuya. I don't know. I don't know, man. It was easy to deliver to YouTube and not for Cheshire. Yes, they said something about not having delivery guys there. What? That is must be inconvenient. The company itself. Gotcha. More of a service issue thing rather than location. It was location. It's not as simple as that, though. It's not like they were that farther away. Bocha, giga, bocha. Alright, thumbnail. Where is the thumbnail? Let's pull this to the top. I need a reference. Maybe I don't need a reference. Never mind. Although I feel like... Yeah, I did do this. Okay. That's on first class. We'll just copy you. Bum, bum, ba, bum. This would be this color right here. And then also this would be number 20 font size, brush size. Set this to you. Every day. Boom. And then what else? Then do we work on the background? I'm gonna add the little chain details, but I guess I can save that for later. We'll do the back here. Back into it. Do I have anything special for this? Look at the last episode. Not really. That's generic, and that's just okay. Sure. Well, maybe let me scroll back up. Okay. The place is dusty. It is. It's been a theme recently. Set the lights. It's kind of similar to what we have here, except we're looking top down. I don't want to split this. I want to emphasize the direction here, so maybe do that, and then Yeah, and then smaller one, a smaller branch off path. Mhm. This would be here. Mhm. How's this go? That's in. Bum bum. Make it darker here. Yes, there are things we can do here with this brush, but I think this should be fine. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Hmm. Hmm, hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, that's should work. And then grass, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on back there, but just for the small part that's peeking out, we will add some texture with this. Oh wait, that's there we go. Do this. Mm-hmm. Lower the opacity of that to that point. And then some shadows to top it all off. Alright, done with that. Into the back. I want to add mushrooms in the back. Is that necessary? I guess we can do like, just like the stalks of them, since we're so zoomed in. Alright. Is it time for a bit more depth here with lighting? Probably. Set this to blue. On the weekend, Gizmo? Surely there's something to look forward to. Light! That's all the stuff I did. Before I got home. Now then, well then. Try to relax. If you can. Regain your energy. So you can, do some fun stuff later. Alright, on to Mr. Soggy here. You have another layer of shadows, but we can add that in after the lights. Reach point satisfactory where cold gens are not enough no matter how much I make. I gotta upgrade then, right? You must go further beyond. Or, scale back your production. Or, God forbid, just do some math so you can optimize all the things that you need and don't need. But the world would freeze over before that occurs. I did the math, did you? They're just awful. Well, I wouldn't know, Firewolf, because my satisfactory journey ended during the coal age for me. So I do not know what other power sources there are. Notably, like I think I got the jetpack, and I think that was the end of my my experience. So looking forward to see what is available. Let's return to the game, to my new save again. Bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, we're gonna have to mask some of this out. We'll do that later though. Yeah, kill for food right now. I got food before stream, so thankfully I'm not in the same boat. Is it not an easy task to obtain food right now while we have some time? But maybe all the food you have available is not up to snuff with your desires. What you want to eat? Ooh, wrong brush. Nothing in the fridge and not money to order. You're dying. No. There is a bit of a trick you could do, Farrell, to not feel that much or to ignore your hunger, basically. Go to the Roman Colosseum a bajillion years ago, where people were still fighting in there, and just stare at all the blood, all the violence, all the fighting. No need for bread in that case. You have entertainment. So, I mean, try to find something that'll satiate your appetite that way. YouTube shows, etc. It's a pretty effective tactic most of the time. At least for me. Although honestly nowadays, if I'm like hungry and I'm like at least in my place here, I either do just try to order out or just sleep in just wrap myself in my bed and just hibernate until I wake up and be like and feel less hungry, question mark, less bothered. I don't know. Lay in bed, watch a bunch of videos, get up, go to my computer, do some stuff, go back to bed. Just do some rotations before my hunger catches up to me. Angry Frog, when's the training arc gonna happen? Sleep the hunger away? True. I was just telling Firewolf to just go to the Coliseum and, watch people fight to the death to ignore his hunger, you know? If you have entertainment, you can just feed yourself that way. I'm not a time traveler, unfortunately. Just time travel back in the past when you were not hungry. That's the big brain play. Although that'd be probably a waste of your powers. Focus on satisfactory first 5 hours is not working anymore. I don't want to sleep. I'm sorry, Firewolf. I got nothing for you. Do photosynthesis, bro. I do not think photosynthesis is a good option for Firewolf, considering he resides in a very, very hot climate. They would get cooked instead. And to be honest, Clever, this particular arc that we're going through right now it's basically a training arc for Soggy, in a sense. Not traditionally, since he's not like training, but he's going through some trials and tribulations, kind of, sort of growing as a character, which you would know if you read the story, maybe. Although if you I mean, if you look at it another way, maybe Soggy isn't changing that much. It's more the people around him. He's a bit of a static character in the story. I think Coliseum's been out of commission for the past 1.5k years. Really? I didn't get the memo. But they're still sending out invites. That means you just get fuller faster, or just perish. It's going to end longer. When is Farah going to unlock the power of Todaemon sealed inside of him? Alright, here's what's going to happen, Clever. Soggy's going to get imprisoned again, but this time he's going to want to stay in the prison. Because he's discovered an evil spirit inside of him that he can't control. So he's pushing everyone else to keep them safe. But he doesn't tell anyone this. Everyone just thinks he's just being crazy. But one day, his grandpa comes in, brings in a professional, right? A professional about evil spirits to help Soggy, deal with things. Become a lich, never saw it coming. This magical assistant that Soggy's grandpa brought to him gives Soggy a challenge. Brings in his card game deck. Yeah, full of tarot cards. Clever. This is a reference to anime? Yeah, probably. Don't worry about it. It's nonsensical. It doesn't matter, right? Very vague reference. Man, I have no idea what it's reference to. Good, Clever. I know you're lying, but that's I appreciate you playing along with the act. Anyways, things are going all right for Soggy and friends here in the story. Just based on this, you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh? Question mark? No, don't worry about it, Gizmo. I don't think Yu-Gi was ever imprisoned, was he? Well, I guess it's not really an evil spirit, the Pharaoh. Did his grandpa bring like an expert along? Was Bakura an expert? I don't remember. That's been ages. I often just got back. No. It's nothing. The Pharaoh's definitely evil spirit during the early manga. I didn't read the manga, Clever. I just follow the show. The first, second, and third seasons, while it was like somewhat airing off and on during TV. And then I played the game, in elementary, and then a bit in high school. And then all my friends dispersed and had no one to play with, and that was the end of my card game days. No, Bakura was an expert's grandpa. Didn't even know Bakura the first time they met. It's odd how yo-yos has a little bit in common with Yu-Gi-Oh in that aspect. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't remember when Bakura got all psycho in the anime. Maybe he was all psycho? No, I doubt it. He was kind of a nice guy in the early episodes. He stuck the gang inside the board game. He had to steal the million puzzle, but the Pharaoh took over his body to help them escape. Clever, is your memory just like goated or what? Surely you haven't watched the the show super recently, right? Or are you a mega fan of the series and like the TCG itself? Because all I really know is like bits of the first season. Well, DM, right? And then 5Ds and then GX. Barker's a nice guy that appeared inside the Million Rings, just evil. That's right. He had the ring. That was a big thing in the first season. Everyone had the relics, the artifacts. That makes sense. I just remember stuff sometimes to try to harness that to turn sometimes to all times. Yeah, there's a trick to that, right? Just having a memory palace or something. Is that what that's called? A mental palace? Something like that. I read about it a while ago and try to implement it myself. But you just basically have keys to like all your memories that you can access at any time. You just walk through the connections. Yeah. You get it. First season, I went on to the end of the series. Wait, really? Throughout all like the XCs and like Pendulum and Link. I don't even know if they had an anime for like the Link monsters. Probably, right? Were the Millennium artifacts still relevant? I didn't think so. No, the only OG series. Gotcha. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Although the Millennium artifacts had played a relatively minor part in the manga version of GX, did they? I thought the only appearance of them was when what's it called? Yugi briefly met up with Jaden at the start of the series to give him like Karibo. Which, fun fact, by the way, the GX anime came out before the manga. They're all different stories altogether, same as the 5D. I don't know what Takahashi's doing, man. Right? Is that the guy who made the, I think so. He's, doing whatever he can to milk the series. Especially after the success of the animes, I suppose. And the TCG, right? Also, Arc V, no clue about Zexel. Takahashi's doing. He said to the Shadow Realm. GG. He got sent there after coming up with pendulums. Glow overlay. He's dead. Rest in peace. F. Do you have much say in the card game? I guess the OCG and TCG headquarters people are probably more in charge of that now. Falls under Konami. Falls under Johnny Konami. The big bad. I don't play the TCG, but I do watch a bunch of content with people playing it. I guess Master Duel too as well. Also, he didn't write the mangas after GX. I think it was left to his interns, his very, very paid interns. Surely. Like the GX manga, enjoyed by found from the 5Ds manga. That's good. That was of some merit, even without the animation and the goofiness from the story. Can't find a fully translated one of 5Ds and barely any of Zaxel. You must be Nihonjin to fully understand all the things. Dark V1, aka Pendulum 1 was fun. I think I glow up from the anime, but they're different stories. It's what I'll say. Yeah, I tried to get into the anime after 5Ds, but I don't know. I think it was just marketed to a different audience. Or maybe I just grew up aware that I could not stand the characters. Also, I don't think it helped that I actually knew how the game was played, and things were a little odd, at least in how games played out. Dara, as you might know, all the protagonists have ace monster with 2500 attack or 2000 defense, or just 2500 attack. Cough cough links. Was access code talker 2500? I think that's the dude's ace monster. Access code. Images. No, he's only 23. I think Utopia is 25, right? Anyways, from 25Ds onward, the ace monster was always a monster from the series' new summon. It's a neat. Access was his favorite number. Ace monster was Firewall. I did not know. Firewall. What's he do again? Dragon. Images. What do we got? Face up on a field target. Bounce. Oh, neat. Firewall holds the title of being the only ace anime monster ever to be banned. Why not ban Dark Magician? He's the ultimate spellcaster in terms of attack and defense. Even as a vanilla. Back got full errata? I did hear about that. The power creep is real. What ticked me off is how Neos from GX is not a fusion monster. I mean, no. But, he does have like a bajillion versions of himself and like all the other heroes combined. It's not like there's a lack of hero cards. But there's like Divine Neos and like all the other stuffs. But still not a fusion. He's got that Dark Magician effect. You just gotta have the main dude be a normal. In the manga, he at least got a fusion? What, for his base form? That's cool. Charles tied into the main plot of the story? Neat. Manga's good. I recommend you read it. Toss it onto the list, bro. The never-ending list of stuff to check out. I'll keep that in mind if I'm like looking for stuff to read. Well, I'm like backed up right now in terms of content with like manga and webtoons and stuff, which I will get to one day soon. Eventually, half that list be me. I mean, it doesn't hurt to recommend stuff, Clever, because what if you do recommend something to someone, we stuck in their subconscious, right? Unless they actually forget, but I doubt it. It's like it seeps into the back of your mind until something triggers that memory again. You're like, oh, yeah, they mentioned this. I should, see if I can easily read this thing or watch this thing. Let's get rid of the chain. We need to specify how this stuff would look like. With the gradient. And then erase this. Did you play much of the TCG Clever? For Yu-Gi-Oh? Or any other card games in particular? Because while I did not myself play very competitively, I only just played with friends. That was like during, what, Synchro era? And then later on in high school, ranks were introduced, Xyz monsters were introduced, and then that added a new dynamic to at least the play group that I had. The 2 or 3 friends I had who played the game. Kind of feel like a boomer saying that though. I played during Synchro era. It's like me saying I played during Pokemon, during Gen 4 Pokemon. Shouts to Joey, very good warrior. Card Konami used to make a red track. It's more mediocre. I mean, Dragoon exists, Clever. I don't know if that's specifically a Joey card though. That card is very much banned though, right? Got hit with the big ban hammer. It has the most ridiculous text I've ever seen on a trading card. You didn't answer my question, Clever. I'm gonna assume the answer is it has to be yes, right? By how you're like so familiar with the card game and series. I'm just curious about when you played. Isn't Joey a blonde guy? He is very much a blonde guy with a funny accent in the dub version of the anime. I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When Konami released like 3 Tier 0 decks in 2 years. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of Tier 0 decks in the history of the game. Found mine like 3 years ago casually. Okay. Cool. You remember something? Joey has a pretty infamous face in the anime. Good moments too. There's a lot less than 10 I think. Really? I guess tier 0 is different from like tier 1 or like big meta decks. Can I draw the ball hard with Pepe Performer Pals? And they could never pick it up afterwards. I mean, I guess the meta's not too great now either with just Snake Eyes and things being pretty pricey. But I will say, Tier 2's deck takes over 60% of the ranking spots in official tournaments. Gotcha. Bro, I only played during Synchro era, man. And guess what my deck was? It was Stardust Junk Warrior Turbo. I was such a nerd back in the day. That's copium. Still a nerd now, but I don't really play too much of that game anymore. What else did I summon? I summoned like Star Eater, and then whenever ranks came out, I had Utopia as well. Go into. And then I played like Master Duel a bunch some months ago because I got addicted to the game again. And then I got away from it because I realized gotcha for more meta decks every season is be a little exhausting. I like playing games with variety to them, and playing ranked and Master Duel is it's fun if you keep winning with like your own decks, but I feel like I don't have enough decks for variety, at least to rank up and play games with. It'd be a lot more fun if I had friends who are also into it. They released tier elements or something, a new fusion deck swapped the meta, hit a little bit with Banless and released Spirits, who also went tier 0 in the first tournament. First of all, do Sprites level 2. They banned Ronin Totem. I think that's his name. And indirectly nerf frogs. Hey, even though frogs are... Is Mr. Totally still banned? Let me take a look. You have a funny looking card. Yeah, totally. I hate when Rodex get screwed in the ban list too. Now Totally's at 3. Nice. Yeah, you just don't play him with like paleos and stuff. I guess you're talking more about back in the day. Rowan's only banned Frog. I mean, he's a pretty good one. Hey, while Yu-Gi-Oh's frogs aren't that good, Magic the Gathering's frogs, bro, my commander deck with frogs is popping off, man. The list is spicy, and the frogs in the in the deck are kind of, they got some good effects. And since they banned Rowan, they limited Swap Frog. Do you play MG Line IRL? Only IRL because my friends got into it, and I was like, oh my goodness, time to flex my card game knowledge a little bit. And I just built a new deck on the spot by ordering stuff online, singles online. So yeah, just Commander with friends every so often. Although we only done it once. I feel like sometime this month we'll probably get together and play again. Are you financially stable enough to play IRL? I got a job. It's okay. I have expendable income. And also, my deck is already built, so I don't really need to spend any more money than I have already. Stretch and water, thanks, Josh. Oh, I showed showed some of the people in chat like the cards I got. Every time I hear people playing MTG casually, they mention Commander. All right, listen, Clever. I know Commander is a pretty casual format, but if you think about the ratio of people who play competitive and the people who play, casually in like any card in any game, there's always gonna be an imbalance, right? There's more casuals than there are competitive players. And when the stars align that my own friends have an interest in a card game that I used to play, even if it's casual, I'm like elated, man. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. Makes sense. It makes you feel like an anime character having one every card in 100 card deck and having an ace monster. It is so sick. But yeah, would you like to see the cards I have? At least that are featured in the deck, Clever. I don't know if you're much of a Magic head, but I think you'll appreciate the art at least. But yeah, Commander's a cool format for sure. Being Highlander. Let me see. Where is it? It'd be blah 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 blah. Frog? That's not frogs. MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh. Where is it? Maybe up here in Discord. Oh, probably here. Scroll. Open browser and then open browser. I got some Magic cards. I'm sure they're still legal. The existence of ED Pro made Yu-Gi-Oh easily accessible to me. Gotcha. It's just open it and have all the cards in the game to make your deep dream deck come true, no grinding or whatever. Yep. That's nice. My issue with like simulators like that is like, what's your goal in the game? Just to have fun, just testing out ideas and stuff. Yeah, like, it's more fun if you have like friends to do that with, right? Yeah, but look at this, Clever. Bro, aren't these cool? Look at the cards in the deck. Or at least the notable frogs. It's so thematic too, man. I'm missing like the good the good frog that lets me draw cards, but where's the other one? This one's alright. Yeah, I used to have friends to do that with until they all stopped streaming. Rip. Where is it? And then here's my commander. Bro, this commander, the art, it was kind of expensive to get, but I mean, it's fine. It's a one of. Clement the Worry Wart, bro. It's clean. But no, totally awesome. Totally has kind of unbeatable art, so can't really compare. Duke Frog got a frog deck. What a surprise! It was actually kind of hard to build this firewolf, like, because there's not a lot of frogs in Magic in general. I was just very lucky that when I got back into the game, that they had to recently release an expansion where there are a bunch of like animal themed cards, including frogs. So it helps. It helps that luck was on my side. La 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 la. Oh, I need to stretch and drink water, but let me finish this and then we'll get to it. Pulls up to commander playing fun night with your mates, then you slap a yo goofy off frog on table and go, this is my commander, go figure. Shouldn't be too hard if I just, printed a custom card and said, yeah, that's a real card for sure. Just start cheating. I almost wish more of my online friends were into card games as well. But it's probably asking a little too much from peeps. Source, trust me, bro. I mean, there's like a bajillion couple thousand cards in MTG, right? And in Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no one's gonna know every card in the game. Well, if you want to, smiley face. I don't know how free you are, Clever, to play whatever. But if you are, open to playing the card games, however way we can online at least, I'd be down. Which card game? I don't know. Card game of your choice, man. That I'm vaguely familiar with. Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh are the ones I'm most familiar with, I guess. And let's see, what are multiplayer ones? Shadowverse got shut down. Hearthstone, I didn't really get too far into that. Gwent was a cool idea of a card game, but I didn't get too far into that either. Master Duel, but my ass installing that 10 gigabyte whatever game. Yeah, it's pretty hefty. Also pricey too, Gizmo, or not Gizmo, Clever. If you're trying to build a new deck, aside from like your first one, because you gotta spend the monies or spend a lot of time in game to grind the currency. I remember Duel Links. I only played that for a little bit, but I got very turned off the fact that it was only like 3x3 or 3x2. The limited dual field and the skills, it was a little much. Konami, Money loves money. Yeah. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, we can work on Crunchy next, and then yeah, let's just save this. Go over to the save, stretch, drink water, and then get back into it. Ooh, one more question, Clever, for you if you're still alive. Did you play any? I guess you kind of already answered my question with you saying you didn't play. Let me see. You didn't play. Uh, bu- 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 you stopped playing a while ago. I don't know how closely you follow the current meta. I don't know, man. When they're releasing Inscription multiplayer, Clever. God, Inscription is so goated. Actually, I binged that game for an entire week till I beat the game. No guides, no looking up anything, just fully immersed after all my classes in college. Holy, is that a good game? Dreamer's been hooked on that game? Really? Why didn't she keep playing it on stream? I would tune in, if so. I know they released like a DLC with like that adds to like the roguelike features of the base game of like the first phase of the game. I played that for a little bit, but it doesn't hit as hard as just like, having stakes with the story. Swears? Do they have swears in the game? I don't remember. Maybe in like the ARG moments? The first act they add mod support so you add more cards. That's neat. I haven't played that game in a while, but it's a very, very good one. Yeah, they had the card YouTuber and PO3 swear mainly. Gotcha. A shame. It's so good. Story's so out of the blue too. It makes for some good reactions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, we need the airbrush here to block these colors out. Mm-hmm. And then you back here, and then wait, that I'm literally using the wrong color here. Getting back in Hex's first commercialized game, the history was clearly the center point of his games. Like Hex and Pony Island, his other two games on Steam have very simple gameplay, but the story sells them. I don't know too much about the developers or the authors, the original IP owners, other works. I just know like the story, meta stuff is a thing. But even if that's true of his past games, Inscription has both a crazy story and the good gameplay to back it up. So which makes a pretty 10 out of 10 for me in terms of like experience as a game. There's one guy that involved took him under his wing after he animated Inscription. Very pog, man. I don't know how big of a team he had for Inscription. I mean, they had credits at the end, right? I remember. So, yeah, that's some of it. Just a little bit of help bring everything together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, I didn't realize you were much of a card game head, Clever. Plus 10 respect for you, I guess. Me learning something new. I am impressed. I am a mini head, a bit of a hydra, you could say. In which case, you've probably played this game before. What are your thoughts on Wild Frost? If you tried that out, and I will say for myself, I enjoyed that quite a lot after I kind of got the hang of it. Beat the game a couple times and then got the true ending. Tried my best to unlock a bunch of stuff afterwards. And I still probably should play it some more. At least now that more cards and leaders were released. Yeah, okay, now remember it. A frosty game. Deck builder roguelike. With pretty sweet art. See me a little bit of it. Nice, good art roguelike card game. Yo, you haven't played it yourself? It puts you through very interesting decisions tactically, which is it's nice. Very board focused. I got no money and no shop. I'm sorry, Clever. No. Been trying, man. I mean, everyone's trying at the start, right? So all the education's for. Ideally. How does that feel? That helps, I suppose. Then on to Bella. No one wants a higher total F up? I suppose not. Gonna get water. See ya. Just have to focus on getting some more progress done here. Since she's in the foreground, maybe I should have some darker colors here. Get an airbrush as well. Just in case. Oh, hello. Get rid of these. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we can use this as an opportunity to do. What are we doing? Add yeah, add better lights to this. Okay, do this. Put a little bit of a glue, softer light here. As I said, I'm a many head, me and learning go together like oil and water. Hold on. I mean, they go together somewhat. Just the molecules are just a little averted, have a bit of aversion to each other. Anyway, on the topic of card games, you might have been recommended vids on YouTube. Are you aware of this guy who's been making cartoon accurate Card Wars game? Alright. Let's get some context for this, Clever. I have watched a bit of Adventure Time. I have seen the episode where Card Wars, that one episode was, aired. I thought it was cool. Probably a little BS with the rules and stuff, but it is what it is. It's on the show. I've seen someone react to that episode, and I think I have seen a thumbnail of someone making an accurate representation of the game, but I don't think I've watched it. Because, I wasn't very interested, because how good could it possibly be, right? But why? Why do you say that? Well, it started as that, but now it's like its own thing now. 2 episodes with focus on Card Wars. There are 2? It's probably further on in the season, or maybe right afterwards. But I didn't, remember. I don't think I've watched the entirety of Adventure Time. I probably should. It's very much on the list of stuff I should probably rewatch now that I have a adult brain that can actually comprehend things. And since it's a very crazy boga rules game, the YouTube guy had a lot of creative freedom with it. I mean, isn't that kind of how they did things with Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, Takahashi had some crazy, wacky ideas. He was like, yeah, this will look really cool if in the story if I just did this and this. And then as soon as they made it to a card game, things got a little out of control. True, Takahashi wanted to be like card RPG. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's turned out to have its own identity now as the most complex slash craziest card game you could probably play because of that anime focus. Let me see. YouTube guy had all the creative freedom with it. Okay, that's all you have to say with that. He's more of a board game guy than card game. I like both, so helps. Doesn't matter to me. Oh, yeah, this is a gold overlay here. I guess in DM the vids on the cardboard development. Yeah, I'll be actually interested to check that out later. Feel free to do so. It's very cool seeing a guy go through the creative process. I mean, that's always true for like literally anybody who's like doing something specialized on YouTube. And like they're like making video documenting their stuffs. It is always fun to see that. Let's you be in their shoes for a little bit. Kind of the same with art stuff too, you know? You get to see how I spend, some times throughout my week to make this silly comic, which surprisingly takes a little bit of time. Mm-hmm. I guess on the topic of card RPG, have I ever told anyone here what my uh dream game is that no one's made yet? Let me see. I want to try my hand at making board games, specifically skirmish war games, because Games Workshop can go eat a fat one. Now, I don't know what Games Workshop is. Are you talking more like Steam or something else similar? No, I think I've definitely mentioned this before. My ideal game that hasn't been made yet, that I'll probably try my hand at making one day. Or, soon, because I've been delving into a little bit of programming recently. GW are the owners of Warhammer? Ah, gotcha. Do they not make war games like you would want them to be made or something? Nodders. Yeah. I'm assuming you said that in response to me, Gizmo, but yeah. My ideal game that hasn't been made yet. I can make it. Probably, maybe, with a lot of work. I'm aware you have a dream game you've been trying to learn the game the past 3 years, but I don't know what the game is. Alright. Let me paint a picture. You're trying to save the world. Basically, right? By defeating evil guys and your enemies with cards, bro. An RPG, but the battle mechanic is just cards. And not in the Slay the Spire roguelike deck builder aspect, but in like the actual, you collect cards in packs, get cards from quests, right? And you build a constructed deck over, after you beat a bunch of gym leaders or something similar till you get to the final boss. That's the game I want to make, man. God, it's so cool in my head. I'm shocked that no one on Steam has ever made something like that. I'm aware making a card game is not too easy because of the amount of stuff you have to add for the first wave of cards. Warhammer is kind of a monopoly on war games at the moment, so it's just an a-hole sometimes. Overpriced figures, barely revised rule books that become useless after 3 balance notes. I see. I guess I have noticed that Warhammer has a lot of space, I guess, in like local card shops. Yeah, I guess they are quite popular. Especially since that Space Marines game is out too, right? Gotten a bit more into the mainstream. Favoritism with certain faction because it's the poster boy trying to appeal to the majority by being inclusive. Yeah, I don't know much about Warhammer, Clever, but if you have your gripes with it, so be it, right? Nice Warhammer 30k seems cool. He has no comment. Ain't no way I'm gonna spend 2 hours on this one panel. Ah! What am I doing? I have been yapping a bit, but still. Yes, I am taking my time though, so it's not too bad. Now my gripes, screw them. They revised the copyright rules so like many times to screw up fan animators. That's not a good sign. Yapping, yeah. Shocker. When I'm talking about something I want to talk about, I just talk about it a lot. Who knew? No way. I don't get much of a chance to go on card game rants. I'm doing art here. You can survive, Firewolf. Just ignore your stomach. Awful sign. There's a comedic web series that got me interested in Warhammer that had to be canceled due to great GW updating its copyright rules. Warhammer lore. That's what does that feel like? That feels like Nintendo, man. Them being super like antsy or trigger happy with their copyright. Nintendo, all the music companies. What are protective IPs? Probably any like big IP that does stuff like that. It's kind of lame. Cancel on the climax of the story where he dropped a huge cliffhanger. L. I'm sorry for your loss. I can't anymore from Firewolf. No. $6 years ago. Oh, I don't have a shadow for this, really. Oh, no, I do. What am I talking about? I'm blind. So yeah, they had a change of heart. The guy who made Series probably like, I'm moving on to other projects. I'm gonna assume the story was like really, really good. Which is why you're so hung up on it. Yeah, that sucks. Fire's gonna pass out before stream ends. Don't do it. Start begging your the people in your house to make something for you. I'm giving up on the tidy factory aesthetics. '07. Couldn't go through with it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right, Firewolf? It's a sandbox game. Play it how you will. At 6 a.m., no one's awake. Go next door to the room. Nearest family member. Just go. Slap them awake. Come on, you have privilege, Firewolf. You can tell people what to do. You are hunger. Quotes from the series include are not limited to have you ever eaten a tangerine? I have in fact eaten a tangerine. Although I assume the context is a lot more funnier than that. Or serious in the story. It's hard to keep it tidy, that's the problem. It's an excuse, Firewolf. But you know, it doesn't matter. As long as you can keep track of things and play the game and have fun. Do what you must. Where's the chain? It's right here. Okay, let's mask this out somehow. Add. Layer mask. Layer mask, mask selection. Okay, and then maybe? And if I get rid of the mask. Yeah, there we go. Now you have non-destructive removal for this part of the illustration. Very neat. The closest is my mom's room, dude. It is not. I'll show you later. Skill issue, Firewolf. That's all I have to say. So, Firewolf, wake people up. Let me see. That's a good looking beard you have there, sir. I see my beard's full of tiny men. Please kill him. What is going on with you, Clever? Relax. Cane dreams. It's not. I want to boop that snot. F off. I got nothing to say to you, Firewolf. You've abandoned the challenge of being a responsible factory manager. I guess maybe it's a bit of role playing the lore a bit since you are a well, apparently, Firewolf. At least in like the early stages of like what tier 2, tier 3. I remember Ada, the robot assistant, saying something like you're doing your best for a human. You're only there to you're good for what, making machines, exploiting the environment. And I'm like, oh, is it confirmed that we're human? I found that interesting. I don't know how much of that, a part that's going to play later on, but you know, the hints that we are imperfect. You don't get to judge. Yeah, I can. I can judge whatever I want, Pearl, because I played the game. But maybe not to your point, but I get the feeling I will still stay organized throughout the entire game. I am resolute on this fact. Hmm? Familiar phrase, you're what you eat, seeing as you act like ever-growing pile of screaming psychic children. Rogo Dorn. No. Is he a streaming judge wherever the frick he wants? Yeah, I can just straight up lie, Firewolf. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're justified in what you do. And I can judge you. That's how it goes. Maybe I should lower it. Is that okay? That's alright. And the best treehouse architect in the galaxy, so I accept the challenge. I'm gonna assume they have so many epic quotes because they have a decent team of writers. And maybe because Warhammer's been going on for a while. I get the feeling Warhammer's going on for a while. Has been a franchise for some time. Rogel Dorn once more. Frick you. I'll take it. It's more funny this way, Firewolf. Indiscriminate judgment. I realized the best quotes are from the Prime arcs, mainly Dorn and Vulcan. Two favorite ones, but no bias here. I see. Okay, that works. I want the boop the snoot. Vulcan shortly after dying again to poisonous alien frog. You already eat. Screaming psychic children. The characters in Warhammer aren't human, right? Because from the vague exposure I have to what they are, like the one video I watched of someone playing the game, they're like superhuman, or they eat aliens and they're super strong or whatever. I don't know. It's probably different races and stuff I'm not aware of. They're kind of human. Part robot question mark? Part alien question mark? I don't know. Emperor's a human god. I sense that the lore is deep here, so I'll take that answer as it is. No need to elaborate. All those Primarchs are built by the Emperor to be superhuman demigods. Uh-huh. For the purpose of, what, fighting off evil aliens? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Space Marines, who were once normal human children, who had the genes of a Primarch implanted on them and became lesser superhuman. Still very super for human standards, but they are very cheap compared to a Primarch, who are good? Question mark? I don't know. Probably neutral. Fight evil aliens that my friend opposed are good aliens. They're made to fight aliens, humans, all that stuff. Everyone's just good and evil. Fair enough. Makes for probably a more interesting story that way too. I say evil, clever, as an oversimplification of conflict. Not necessarily a blanket statement saying all aliens are evil. Just for the sake of understanding what the game slash story slash series slash franchise is all about. Seems to me that way from the outside. Not just aliens. Humans are evil as poop. I'm aware. Not a lot of games can, portray that super, super well, though, right? Or as subtle slash effective. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Not necessarily so obvious. Mm-hmm. 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 Few good guys are the Salamanders, Space Marines, Lamenters, maybe the Meme Lord. Whoever they are. Even though they're good in relation to everyone else. Oh. What is going on? Is that the light? It has to be. Oh, maybe the shadows don't reach that far. Maybe... What is going on here? Oh. And maybe this is too much, so... Just tone this down. Salamanders lay down their lives to save any lowly human, but put Eldar children in front of them and poof, ash. Trazyn is this metal skeleton guy who likes collecting stuff and it's just extremely funny. We love funny skeletons. That's for sure. There's a book that has another member of a species as the protagonist. What does that give me? What does that evoke? That evokes, oh, what's his name? From Hollow Knight. I should remember his name. He is a legendary character. Zote the Mighty. That's what that reminds me of. And then there's the scene where they're running away from a tether show turned coup. Goofy antics. Alright, let's go on to... What are we doing? Background? And other Skelly goes Trazyn. You got Spoxy to a coup, and he goes, and my defense reviews were great. Yeah, for someone who's not too big of a fan of the what? Wait a second. Is this different? Is Games Workshop different from the main guys behind Warhammer? I think so. You sure do know a lot about the big sponge for their stories. They own Warhammer. Gotcha. Love the game, hate the company. Yeah, you say that for a lot of things. A lot of big games, namely. Precisely. Riot! Konami! Blizzard! Oh, man. It's too easy. Big companies make it too easy to hate them. How do I do? What am I doing? Do this. Okay, then... Then shadows. Again. And then sharper ones here. There's this scene, a big lizard tries biting him in half and then breaks his teeth. And Trazyn's system automatically analyzes the lizard's genetic code. Gets annoyed, but bookmarks it to read later. Bit of a wise guy. I'm sure all this would be a lot more entertaining if you're reading about it or experiencing it. Yeah, like your little TLDRs here are not giving the story the justice it probably deserves. Stuff to add in the details with the purple cracks in the wall somehow. How am I gonna do that? Very carefully. Once he went to his library and display museum, then the servant went as well. Master Scully, we're here to talk about my request to expand the library into the winery. He goes, where would I put all my wine then? You don't drink me wine, my lord. Of course I don't. It's far too precious. That's so big, Bigburn. True. What would a skeleton do with wine? Sounds like a fun character to follow along in the story. I can see why you enjoy his adventures. He's my favorite character in the whole setting. I'm assuming because he's like a lighthearted jokester in the midst of all the serious business. It does help that his setting is the perfect foil to his antics. Loves his collection. Funny. Yeah. Makes sense. He can get serious, especially about his collection. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's all I really need for this. Yeah, anything else would be a little overkill, I think. The book's main conflict sets with Orkan steals an artifact from his collection. To escape, he hits its head against a display of some pottery from a species before they became Terminators with no sense of art. Hmm. Alright. Copy, paste, glow, filter, Gaussian blur. Set this to 20. And then lower it like 50%. Dresden lets Orkin go, pot to try catching the pot. He gets generally depressed and angry seeing them break. It's a very good scene. I felt generally sad for him at that moment. History being destroyed. Makes sense. Big connection to it as well. The piece of history that cannot be recovered. Even though we're in a sci-fi world, Clubber. They don't have all the stuff scanned in somehow. What's the name of the blue frog again? Oh, this guy here? His name is Crunchy. Bit of a silly one. Okay, then go here. Select you. Another layer on top. I think so. It's gonna need to mirror Crunchy. Oh, bro, you need to look at how you need to read the episodes. Ah, it's almost a Mimir situation, Clever. Almost. If you, well, there's no text here, but let's see if you can like sort of see what's happening. Right, they're in this spot, and then okay, saying something, probably relating to the scene. Yeah, yeah, sure. That's not drawn in yet, right? Something's happening. Well, that's not quite it, but something's happening here. Bit of a subversion. Best boy, if you get the God of War reference, holy shoot, Saga's fingers. It's happened earlier in the series, Clever. The only reason why he doesn't have pink fingers most of the time is because the artist It's too easy to draw them. It really is messed up. Mm-hmm. 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 As long as they're frog fingers, not just human fingers. No, they're just human fingers, clever, but with you know, I guess more rounded ends for. Wait, let me see if I can show you one of the panels from like a recent episode where this is noticeable. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, clever! You're gonna love this. Let's see, what episode is this? This is 28. Uh, brace yourself. 28. Number 3. Is that number 3? That is, yeah, number 3. Dot dot dot. Clip. Are you gonna open? There we go. Oh my goodness, this episode here. Oh, I had so much fun drawing this panel. The panel that's gonna be shown. Where is it? I knew something was wrong with you. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so ugly, man. Jesus Christ. I think that's how you draw this. You can probably guess the inspo for the pose at least. I don't know if you're familiar with the games though. Objection. Well, it's a different context, but the pose still fits. The King Foz was deer all along. That is spoilers, but I mean, if you're not gonna read it, it is what it is. You have no context. Something like that. Ace Attorney. That's a pretty low hanging fruit in the gaming world, but yeah. It was you. And hi, Josh. I'm shocked you're still alive. Unless you were like, out and about doing stuff. So last stream, me and Dreamer got on top of our Kindles. Kindles? I don't know what that is. Unless you're talking about the little tablet things you use to read books, ebooks. I was. Gotcha. Okay, filter, glow. Set that to like 20's fine. Why does that look so much cleaner here? Maybe it's because, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I didn't add it on a separate layer. That's probably it. Filter, blur, Gaussian. Mm. And she mentioned people on the internet joking like, "Oh, who would thought that reading before sleeping would be better to my health than staying on my phone?" And you know, might be on the computer, but I'm reading a lot of messages, my own messages. I mean, yeah, your phone is not very good at making you go to sleep most of the time because both of the blue light stuff and social media and content. I'm asleep. Also, JoJo Part 9, Chapter 19's out, so I'll read it. Cool. Cool, cool. Bye bye, cool people. See you, Clubber. Have a good read slash night. I myself might be ending soon as well, since, it is about that time. Ooh, nice suit. Lord of that. 50. See you, Clubber. I've been reading before bed. No, it's not. You just started. Shush! You should have just been here. What are you doing? Silly. 'Tis a demise you crafted of your own will, Chush. Perhaps I will be sooner than you'd expect. Whenever Monday rolls around. Stop prying with a sad face. I apologize. I am reaching my limit in terms of just like. Well, I've been actually pretty focused on like drawing, like because I'm trying to make this specific panel the best it can be. Because the panel to be looking at this episode, it's probably the most important one. It's a pivotal moment. But even still, only this and all this time is I will have to be taking a break somehow. I've actually read webcomics for bed for ages. A few days ago, I've been reading a book. Seems normal to me. If you're not like insta reading comics as they update. I'm still not doing this because I still have to apply the blood here. Have that drip downwards. And some effects as well. Which we'll have to add in a little later. I guess I'll have to wait. 2 hours? Really? On this? Well, after we do finish this, it'll be somewhat easy for the rest, because it'll be less characters and the backgrounds aren't as noticeable. Yeah, we'll be back. Save this. Shh, it hasn't been 2 hours. I'm sorry to inform you, Chesh, but 2 hours have passed. You've time traveled to the future inadvertently. To a future where I have already ended stream. It is sad, I know. Sometimes the comics are updated, so I just read random posts on Reddit. Reddit reading! What are you doing? I guess do what you can to fall asleep or be entertained. Yeah, we'll be back Monday. Thank you all for tuning in. It's a shame we only got not even one panel done today, but I think we did make good progress on I don't know, shading it out. I'm gonna have to add like color variation and effects and better lighting, maybe a bit of color. What is it? Gradient map, a little bit of gradient mapping here too, for funsies, textures, and a text box, whatever. A lot of stuff to work on, but you'll get to that next time. Have a good night. See you, Josh. It's mostly trans guys.